welcome to Unews. I'm Carolina Sarassa. Happy Friday, feliz viernes, and thank you for being with us today. And we begin today with President Trump and his threat to hit China with a 10% tariff on $300 billion of Chinese imports starting next month. That could mean higher prices on toys, electronics, and many other products. Rafael Rodriguez has more details. Thank you, Rafael, for that report. And if the Trump administration follows through on the latest tariff threat to China, Apple will be a big loser. Experts say the relationship between the U.S. and another superpower is about to grow more strained. A defense official now saying the Pentagon is about to take action that could provoke Russian President Vladimir Putin. And President Trump holding a rally in Ohio just one day after the latest debates in Detroit. The president wasting no time going after his rivals. Andrea Linares has more details.
Victory in Ohio is not as critical for the eventual Democratic candidate as it will be for the president. History tells us that a Republican must carry Ohio to win or hang on to the presidency. Carolina, now back to you.
Thank you, Andrea, for that report. And now President Trump is expected to sign a new 2-year budget deal, and that's a historic day for the people of Puerto Rico. The governor, Ricardo Rosselló, is set to leave office, but the big question is who will take over. Lorraine Cáceres has details on the political chaos currently taking place on the island.
Lawmakers have said that a House vote is enough to confirm Pedro Pierluisi, but some say the Senate, which delayed its vote until next week, would immediately sue to stop him from taking office. It's very possible that Puerto Rico's highest court will have to make the final determination of who will take over. Carolina, back to you.
Thank you, Lorraine, for that report. And turning to Venezuela, the political and economic crisis continues as the Maduro regime and opposition leaders continue battling for control of the country's future. President Trump once again joining the conversation, saying the U.S. could be considering new options. Pedro Rojas is outside the Venezuelan embassy in D.C. to a follow-up in the shooting of David Big Papi Ortiz. Ortiz was shot in the Dominican Republic the day before he was supposed to be reunited with his family in Boston after enjoying a vacation in his native country. Now, a Dominican TV host who was a victim and direct witness to that attack is speaking out. Josie Garcia has a story. Coming up, the story behind this dramatic landing committee over a bill that proposes changes to asylum laws. Democrats say Republicans changed the rules to get around their objections. Claudia Uceda has more details.
That in the Senate, he won't have the support of the Democrats, and in the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi is saying that she won't even consider it. In Washington, Claudia Uceda, Unews.
An incredible story caught on camera. A Canadian jogger has survived an encounter with a bear. Ricardo Arambari explains how the woman was able to get away. Meanwhile, in Massachusetts, a day at the beach canceled. A Cape Cod head for the second time in 1 week. His mother and her boyfriend say in the claim that the boy's death was due to the county's negligence. Salvador Duran has more details. Thank you, Salvador, for that story. And now singer R. Kelly pleaded now to Maryland for the second time in 1 week. Security officials at Baltimore Washington International Airport have found the missile launcher packed in luggage. Paula Byron has more details. And still ahead, Brazil's president defending to Mexico to meet an incredibly gifted child. At a young age, Adara showed exceptional talents that made it possible to set her on the road to reach her dreams at the age of 7. Now those dreams could bring her from Mexico City to the U.S. Paulina Gomez has more.
Months, Adara will be traveling to Tucson to visit the University of Arizona campus and get to know the college community. In Mexico City, Paulina Gomez-Bulshiner, Unews.
And coming up, a woman gives birth on a taxi. It has been almost a year since Florida teacher Diane Tirado was fired from her job for giving students zeros for not completing an assignment. And also in Florida, officials have declared a public health emergency react to a video that has gone viral. A New York City taxi driver bringing a pregnant woman to the hospital suddenly finds out there's a baby on board. Fabiola Galindo has the images. It's just crazy how the guy was able to keep on driving and finally take her to the hospital. And coming up, for decades, people invited the legendary astrologer Walter Mercado into their homes. Now, a Miami museum is hosting an exhibit dedicated to the television personality. Miriam Arias got a behind-the-scenes look and got the chance to sit down with Mercado himself.
The Puerto Rican flag. He wore this during the Puerto Rican National Day parade in New York, and it was later given to Lin-Manuel Miranda. So I want to tell you a little bit more.
So, yes, exactly. I really want to know exactly what he told you.
Yeah,
if you can mention it.
I will. I think I can. Actually, the first thing he asked me when we sat down and we started getting mic'd up was when my birthday was, and it's September, so I told him, I'm a Virgo. He predicted a few things about my personality, which is pretty fun, to hear what he had to say directly. And, overall, he was very humble and he was very genuine. And I have to say, Caro, that, he is forever young, as he says.
That's amazing. I can't wait to go and see it. Thank you so much, Miriam. And I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.